Hey, so we're down to me and then Tim. And I have a report to make to fellow members of the Rabbit Hole Gang. I spent several days this past week in a very interesting rabbit hole. And tonight I'm going to do three songs by Ray Whitley. And my initial connection to Ray Whitley was through Chuck Mitchell. Chuck Mitchell did a song called Making Music Momma. And I heard it a lot from Chuck. And I misheard what he said about the writer. I was looking for a guy with a different name. But I was talking with or emailing with Chuck this past week or so. And I got it straight. It's Ray Whitley. And I took this deep dive, all these different diversions and networks of connections, but we started with "Making Music, Mama." I heard Chuck sing this song so many times, and uh, and this week Chuck helped me get the lyrics a little bit more correct, and he told me more about Ray, who was a friend, and I'll tell you more about Ray as we go along. Hear the rain on the roof, tap, tap, tapping, loud and clear. Don't it sound soft and sweet, music to your ear? It's making music, mama. It's making music, mama. Me and you, we make music too. Take a bass and a drum, add a tambourine. Take a bird, add spring, you can hear it sing. It's making music, mama. It's making music, mama. Said me and you, we make music too. Just say you love me and bells ring, birds sing. And when I hold you, it feels so good. I knew it would. Hear the wind through cracks in the wall, sounding lonely in the night. Hear the bluebird when it calls, everything's all right. It's making music, mama. It's making music, mama. Said me and you, we make music too. Said me and you, we make music too.
That is sweet.
I just like that little love song by Ray Whitley. Ray was a white Southerner from the Atlanta area, and right after high school, he managed to get a job as a staff writer for a publishing firm in the South, and it was a firm that had both white artists and rhythm and blues artists, and one of the R&B groups, the Tams, had him come down and play some of his songs, and the Tams really liked "What Kind of Fool Do You Think I Am?" And they recorded it excuse me, in 1963 I wouldn't have remembered the year, but I remember the song. I remember hearing the song as a young adolescent on the radio in Detroit. What kind of fool do you think I am? And Ray, it turns out, Chuck sent me Ray's obituary from 2013, and Ray had a number of hits, both in the Hot 100 on Billboard and on R&B charts, so he had quite a wonderful career as a songwriter. And then Chuck got to know him when they were performing, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit too. But Ray was adept not only at this kind of country and folky stuff, but also in the doo-wop kind of thing. What kind of fool? What kind of fool? What kind of fool? What kind of fool? What kind of fool do you think I am? You think you can go on seeing him? Darling, after we had made our plans, you said I'd be your number one man. What kind of fool do you think I am? What kind of fool do you think I am, darling? What kind of fool did you think I'd be? You said you really, really loved me. Darling, you run around all over town. You build me up, then you let me down. What kind of fool do you think I am? What kind of fool do you think I am? I won't be your second call. I got to be your number one, or I ain't gonna love you at all. La-da-dum, da-dee-da-do. La-da-dum, da-da-dee-da-do. Oh, those doo-wop chords, right? Darling, you run around all over town. You build me up and then you let me down. What kind of fool do you think I am? What kind of fool do you think I am, baby? I won't be your second call. Got to be your number one, or I ain't gonna love you at all. What kind of fool? What kind of fool? What kind of fool? What kind of fool? Kind of fool? So, that was Ray and his persona as a doo-wop guy. I got from the obit that Chuck Mitchell sent me. One of his friends wrote that Ray Whitley was often confused with another songwriter by the name of Ray Whitley. There was a guy who was born in 1901, so about 40 some years before my Ray Whitley was born, who was a real cowboy. and then became an actor in cowboy movies and wrote a bunch of cowboy songs, including one that Gene Autry really, really liked called Back in the Saddle Again. And that Ray Whitley is the guy who gets much more space in Wikipedia and in other places because he wrote the song that Gene Autry made so popular. But my Ray Whitley, the one who was friends with Chuck Mitchell, was born in like 1944 or so, and was just the right age, and given his success selling his songs, just the right age to get on stage at that moment when there were so many singer-songwriters who were playing in places, like the Bistro, which was on West Peachtree Street in Atlanta, and the Flick in Miami. These two interesting coffee houses that had like everybody. The young Jimmy Buffett, Jerry Jeff Walker played there, Kenny Rogers, Gamble Rogers, Guy Clark, Steve Martin, Joni, Lightfoot, Steve Goodman, and a couple of guys that I got to know in Detroit, Michael Smith and Chuck Mitchell. They all played in places like the Bistro and the Flick, and among them was Ray Whitley. And in my rabbit hole activities, I actually found a poster in a very kind of 70s psychedelic style, a stylized head of Ray Whitley and the details of when he was playing for a whole week at the Bistro. So the third song I want to do is one that I had never heard before I started this rabbit hole experience. And it's on a topic that, as you may know, is near and dear to my heart. It's a song that is about hitchhiking, and it's called "I Think I Feel a Hitchhike Comin On," and it's in a wonderful country style, not unlike something like "Gentle on My Mind." I feel, and I heard a version of it by another guy I hadn't ever heard of, a really wonderful singer and a wonderful guitar player named Larry John Wilson, also from Georgia. And he had an interesting career, and among other things, he covered a number of Ray Whitley songs, including this one about "I Think I Feel a Hitchhike Comin On." And so it's wistful, it's adventuresome, it's fun, and those are wonderful things to remember about Ray Whitley, who unfortunately fell into alcoholism and depression. He died in a homeless shelter in Gainesville, Georgia, in 2013. But I've had a wonderful experience getting to know the music of Ray Whitley. So here's a third one of his called "I Feel a Hitchhike Comin On." And in the spirit of Ray Whitley, there's a key change near the end of the song in Larry John Wilson's version. So I've kept the key change and then inserted a few verses of my own, kind of in the spirit of Ray Whitley. There's a mountain over there I've got to climb. There's a sea over there I got to sail. Think I'll be going away at the break of dawn. I think I feel a hitchhike coming on. I bummed around in this old town much too long. All the friends I thought I had are mostly gone. Think I'm gonna pack my bags at the break of dawn. I think I feel a hitchhike coming on. I thought I'd found the girl that I'd been waiting for right here in this town. A pretty girl with ribbons in her hair. The girl, she let me down, way down. There's a voice out there somewhere that's calling me. A few more places left that I just gotta be. Think I'll pack my bags at the break of dawn. I think I feel a hitchhike coming on. I thought I'd found the girl that I've been waiting for right here in this town. Pretty girl with ribbons in her hair, that girl, she let me down, way down. There's a moon that's rising on a meadow dim. There's a sunset falling 'neath Lake Michigan. Think I'll grab my backpack at the break of dawn. I think I feel a hitchhike coming on. There's a cabin by a lake that calls to me. There's a city with a downtown gallery. Gonna grab my backpack at the break of dawn. I think I feel a hitchhike coming on. I thought I'd found the girl that I've been waiting for right here in this town. A pretty girl with ribbons in her hair, that girl, she let me down, way down. All my friends are working jobs and digging in, producing and connecting and getting ahead. Gonna grab my backpack at the break of dawn. I think I feel a hitchhike. I think I feel a hitchhike. Think I feel a hitchhike coming on.
Nice.
And there you have it.
That's great. What a productive rabbit hole you stumbled into, Jim.
I had so much fun with this rabbit hole.
That's awesome.
That's great. Very cool.
Oh, okay, so we're going to turn it over to Tim.
Oh, well, thank God for your rabbit hole. But, there it is. Now my clicker is tied around this.
Oh, the rabbit.
Stay.